Welcome again. Today is what today. Something is happening this weekend. What is it? Can someone? Something tells me. I've got a feeling that something is happening this weekend. Can you help me out, please? Help me out. Help remind me what's happening this weekend. Via WhatsApp on 0809 030 I've got a feeling that something big. Something huge, if you will, is coming to town this weekend, or it might be even be in town already, or there's some preparation towards it. If it's just a feeling, it's a hunch that I've got. What is it? Help me out. Once again, via WhatsApp, 0809 030 What is it? I've got some responses already. What did I forget? Oh, yes. I knew it was something big. I had a feeling it was something big. Yeah. Gubernatorial election, that's what this one says. Someone says wearing of gyms. Oh yeah, by all means, please wear your gyms this Saturday. It's the governorship election, Dio. Governorship election from Emmy. There's election this weekend, that's from Thank God. Governorship and state assembly election, so that's very much detailed. Wearing of gyms and defending our votes, Dio. Very important. Wear your gyms and defend your votes. We have our fate to decide this weekend. That's a very nice way to craft it. It's deep. It's very deep. You're deciding your fate. You, literally, yourself are deciding your future. The coming of Beavers Part 2. Yes, indeed. So, there you have it. The governorship and state houses of assembly elections taking place this weekend. And like someone said, from one of the messages I read out just now, you get to decide your fate. It's very important. It's very crucial. And I believe, if what I've experienced from Monday till yesterday is anything to go by, we have a large proportion, a large population of educated folks amongst the good people of Rivers State. So once again, I hope I do not tire you. Do not be weary in well-doing. Once again, I'm going to call on you to help educate those people who are walking up and down seeking enlightenment. They need enlightenment to understand that elections are important. Voting is good, and the outcome of elections literally determines how their lives work out, determines the price of bread, the price of transportation, the price of fuel, security or insecurity. All these things, they need enlightenment to understand it. And like I've said since Monday, they're not lacking enlightenment, they're lacking in education. Now, but from Monday to yesterday, if the conversations on the rant segment have proven anything, it's proven that we have an educated population amongst us, amongst the GPRS, the good people of River State. So I'd like to call on you once again to help me out in a few minutes to educate this person who are seeking enlightenment, so they get an education first. So hopefully, after getting that education, their minds can handle enlightenment when it comes across them, when it hits them in the face. Because I have a feeling that even if enlightenment were to slap them in the face right now, they will still have no idea that enlightenment were right there in front of them. All right, some more messages here. The finals of the election happening this Saturday. That's from Mamoni. Okay, election. The finals of the election. This weekend, breakfast will be served to some honorables and excellencies. Last. They will get it. That's indeed. Beautiful ballot boxes. Someone said there. Beautiful ballot boxes. Yeah. This weekend is the day we are going to make a decision on how the price of a bread and of rice, of the bean, of the medicine is going to be in the next 4 years. That's from Mali. Mali, that's beautiful. And Mali is paraphrasing Bertolt Brecht, his beautiful quote from, I suppose, many years ago on the political illiterate. Yes, indeed. So, you all get it. More on this, more on the elections in a moment. However, from now till 7, discussions are on. You're very much welcome to join in via the usual channels at the appropriate time to call 070 0923 0923. A quick sneak peek as to what to expect or into what to expect on the show today. Let's take a quick look at that. So I've got side comments coming up shortly, random stories, random thoughts of mine on them. not to be discussed now, of course. And I've got a round coming up after that of expressing my thoughts on some issue, or more precisely, you'll be helping me to educate some persons who, once again, who are looking for enlightenment. And that goes on till 4 p.m. We've got business news at 4. After that, let's see. Census dates have been moved. Have you heard about that? Have you heard about that? The census dates have been moved. So here's a story from this day. FG shifts population census to May. Nigeria's 2023 population and housing census, earlier scheduled for end of this month, has been shifted to May 2023. Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, made this known to Newsman on Wednesday at the end of the weekly meeting of the Federal Executive Council presided over by President Buhari. The minister explained that the decision to move the date was necessitated by the rescheduling of the gubernatorial election to March 18. So there you have it. We'll look at this in the 4 o'clock hour. And considering that the proposed month or date, I'm not sure there's been a definite date yet, but the month, we're looking at May now. And we ought to have a final transition in May as well. New governments coming in. So I'll be asking you, will the census help the incoming administrations govern properly at the federal level, state level, maybe even the non-existent local level? We'll look at that. But also I'll be having joining me for the conversation Dr. Ipali Buhari, Chairman, Census Standing Committee with the National Population Commission. And 4 o'clock out to the business news. Take it on to 5. The news update comes up at 5 o'clock. And let's see. Are politicians in Rivers State now an endangered species? Are they? There's been there's been a similarly high speed of abductions or kidnappings of politicians in Rivers State lately. This was from our news earlier today. Boma Kasim Agida, Labour Party House of Assembly candidate for Ahoda West in Rivers State, has regained his freedom. He was kidnapped by unknown gunmen at the entrance of his hotel in Ahoda West LGA of Rivers State on Tuesday last week. He told reporters after his freedom, no ransom was paid, but he was blindfolded and dropped around a Masama Road in Bayelsa State. When contacted, Police Public Relations Officer in Rivers State Command, Grace Ringekoko, said investigations are still ongoing and no arrests have been made. But of course. Also, meanwhile, a court candidate for Ogba Egbema Ndoni, who was kidnapped on Tuesday, is still in captivity. A court party chairman in Ogba Egbema Ndoni LGA, Justice Osita Nwachuku, is calling for the suspension of the Onelga State Constituency 2 election. Let's take a listen to what the chairman had to say on this.
As a party, we are worried, and as a people, they are agitated. They want preferred candidate back in the constituency, and they have gone around the communities in Onega constituency too to make that known. So they are demanding that if it doesn't come to stand for the election, then INEC should suspend the election for Onega constituency too. Yes, we have written them as a party officially, notifying them of the situation, and have requested that in the event that he is not being able to be rescued by the security agencies, election for constituency should be suspended until he is released.
Remember that he was abducted by gunmen around Rumibo axis of Port Harcourt Monday night. His brother, Ife Akachuku Nwakiri, is urging security agencies to intensify efforts to ensure his safe release. Well, the police is on top of the matter. Investigations are ongoing and possibly no arrests have been made. Meanwhile, APC spokesman in Rivers State, Darlington Awaju, says the party secretary in Ikore local government area, Amadi Osaronu, was taken away yesterday by unknown men. In an interview, he said security has been compromised in Rivers State for political reasons.
The whereabouts of Mr. Osaronu Amadi, we are also yet to ascertain the persons who abducted him, but the reports we've gotten clearly says that somebody who works, in fact, the civil defense officer attached to the local government council chairman of Ikwere, the Ikwere local government chairman, led persons who came to abduct Mr. Osaronu Amadi.
No, he said there was an early attempt to arrest another chieftain of the party in Ekwere LGA, Chibike Ikenga.
We do not know the reason why any member of the APC in Rivers State, any official of our party, any of our candidates should be unlawfully abducted in any part of Rivers State. This is unacceptable, and we are calling once again on the Inspector General of Police to look into policing activities, to look into security in Rivers State.
However, the police have not spoken on this. When they do eventually speak, it might go something, allegedly, it might go something like, well, the police is on top of the matter, investigations are going on, no arrests have been made yet, or something of that nature. But for the moment, the police have not spoken on this, at least as at the time this report was filed. So, once again, are politicians in Rivers State now an endangered species? I'll also be asking you, what is responsible for the spate of abductions of politicians this close to elections in Rivers State? What do you think? What's happening? I'll get your ticket down to the 5 o'clock hour. And I've been informed that by 5:30 I'll be having some guests in the studio. I suppose they are representing pensioners, or at least some pensioners in Rivers State. We'll discuss from 5:30 to 6 p.m. We're looking at the pensions and gratuities situation here in Rivers State. After the headlines, I suppose, or presume, major news top of the hour at 6 p.m. A review of all these matters comes up after that during the open season segment till about 7 o'clock when the show comes to an end. The sports gang are in for extra time. There you have it, a preview of today's show. Let's keep things going out with today's side comments very quickly. Random stories that I came across as I checked out the news today. And my random thoughts on them, once again, not to be discussed now. And the news is filled awash with information, happenings surrounding, about, regarding, in between the elections. It is mostly about that, and understandably so, I suppose. So endeavor to be a part of the process. It's very important that you do so, by the way. And just some days to the elections, party members are endorsing, candidates of parties different from their own parties. And I'm wondering, if you have a problem with your party, why are you still there? Just leave for the party whose candidate you want to endorse. Nigeria's politicians will never fail to amuse one, really. They'll never fail to amuse. Anyways. Of course, accusations, counter-accusations of attacks and sabotage and all of that going on right now, and it's incredible, really. It's incredible. All right, still some more messages from the question I asked earlier on as to what's happening this weekend. Could have been done. The destiny of Rivers State for the next 4 years will be determined on Saturday. Also, many structured politicians will be retired by many structureless entities. Okay. Diane, for me, this weekend, I'm going to tell some 40-year-old whiskey drinking people that I also like 40-year-old whiskey. All I need is a good working environment. And that's from Sammy. All right, Sammy. So not much on today's side comment. I think that's going to be it. I go for a break when I return. But before then, and this goes to His Excellency the Governor. As we're winding down this administration, it's the twilight already, and let's spread some love, Your Excellency. Let's spread some cheer, and supposedly you're doing that already with the announcement that 10,000 persons are going to be employed into the state civil service, and that workers in Rivers State will be promoted, and maybe some other things lined up as well. Let's add to that, the payment of teachers in demonstration schools in Rivers State. Let's add that to the list. Your Excellency. The teachers deserve it. They beat you. They beat you they beat you at the industrial court. And let's not take this any further. Let's just pay them. Let's pay them. The court in the wisdom said you've got to pay them. The state government has to pay them. So let's add that to the gifts we're sharing during this period. Thank you very much. That's it for side comments. I go for a break. When I return, and today's round comes up. Stay with us.
When there is news, we report it. With Diode.
Welcome back. It is Hard Factor Nigeria Info here in Port Harcourt, the number one talk station. I'm Dio. Let's talk. 29 minutes ago, before 4 p.m. You know, right from Monday, you have been absolutely brilliant. Yes, you have. You've been incredible. Right from Monday, and I'm referring to you, one of the educated lot in the GPRS, the good people of River State. Not to be confused with the well-meaning people of River State. Once again, those are a very different class of persons. But even amongst the good people of River State, the masses, there are educated folks amongst them. And by educated folks, I'm not referring to persons with degrees, university degrees or diplomas or emeritus professors. No. I'm talking about people who have a basic understanding of how things work. I mean, it's basic. But you know how they say that common sense is not so common? You know? These people have common sense. They get it. They understand that if they want to live a good life, if they want their aspirations in life to be achieved, government plays a key role for that to happen. And if government is going to play a positive role in their lives, they need to be a part of the process that elects people in government. It's basic, really. You would think everybody gets it, but guess what? There are those who don't get it, who are walking around chanting that they are looking for enlightenment. Those are the kinds of persons who will say that anyway, the National Orientation Agency has not been enlightening us. National Orientation Agency ought to do more. They ought to enlighten us. You people in the media. Even the media should do more. You are supposed to be enlightening. You give us enlightenment. People should give us enlightenment. People in the media should be giving us more enlightenment. They want enlightenment. On how that a governor's or a president's actions or inactions affect your life. I mean, how much are you buying petrol for now? How much is the official price of petrol? How much is transportation now? How much are you buying Gary now? And you still need you're still looking for enlightenment. And I've said this since Monday. You don't need enlightenment. No, that's not what you need. You need an education. Because once again, even if enlightenment were perched on your nose right now, you would not identify it. You need an education first. So when you come across enlightenment, you can handle it. You can identify it. You can deal with it. You can process it. Maybe I'll read that quote once again. One of my all-time favorite quotes. Bertolt Brecht. He said, "The worst illiterate is the political illiterate. He doesn't hear, doesn't speak, nor participates in the political events. He doesn't know the cost of life, the price of the bean, of the fish, of the flour, of the rent, of the shoes, and of the medicine. All depends on political decisions. The political illiterate is so stupid that he is proud and swells his chest saying that he hates politics. The imbecile doesn't know that from his political ignorance is born the prostitutes, the abandoned child, and the worst thieves of all, the bad politician, corrupted and flunky of the national and multinational companies. End of quote. So that's it. So it could be an emeritus professor of nuclear physics and still be a political illiterate. The worst kind that there is, according to Bertolt Brecht. So, like I said earlier, thankfully, thank goodness, we've got educated folks amongst us, amongst the good people of River State, who get it, who get what Bertolt Brecht said eons ago, who understand the importance of the elections, these elections, and even the ones coming up this Saturday. They get it. And they may feel some disenchantment, they might feel some discontent with the conduct of the last elections, the presidential and National Assembly elections. They may be concerned with some of the irregularities, but in spite of that, they are not deterred. Because they understand the significance of the process, they want to be a part of it even more, in spite of some of the previous shortcomings. Those persons, like you, who are listening to me right now, call in and help educate these other persons who are looking for enlightenment. My number is the same. Lines open. Call 070-0923-0923. That's 070-0923-0923. We're live on Facebook.com/Nigerian for PH. We are live on also basically. Once again, 070-0923-0923 is the number to call. Hello, Hard Fact 2, welcome. Please go on. Alright, 213, you're welcome. Go ahead.
Hello, Dayo.
Hi, go ahead, please.
Hi. Good evening to you.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
My name is Israel Dayo. I am so very glad you speak in the language of an exposed fellow. We need more of this, Dayo. I just tuned into the radio and I hear you saying enlightenment and all this. We don't understand the basis of life. What are we asking the political class to give to us? Just the fundamentals, the enablement. That is all we need for the political class. And these people keep boozing us up around as if we don't know what they know. We know what they know. How can, for example, somebody that is the number one citizen of the state, you portray us as if we are all touts in before the whole populace.
So are you going to be a part of? So are you going to be a part of the election this Saturday?
Why would I not be part? This election is even closer to me. It affects me more than even the other one. How would we be in a country whereby you will not take a local government election? You will only be giving us caretakers that will come and loot the system. All these guys are supposed to be sued to court. The moment they leave the office, alas that they don't sue them. Somebody is supposed to wake up like me and issue them papers and sue these people to court. Why would you not give us a local government chairman?
There are local government chairmen in River State right now.
Without a local government that is closer to the people.
Once again, there are elected local government chairmen in River State. I think they are even in their second term right now.
No, they even started doing it recently. If you count in the previous past, in the very close past, they will run the system with caretakers for a very long time. The local government elections are supposed to run side by side by the governors. Basically,
you are going to be a part of this weekend's election.
Yes, I will be. Yes, particularly, I will make sure the beavers that is already working, that no human error occurs in my own unit.
Fantastic, great to hear from you, sir. Hard Fact to welcome. Please go ahead.
Hello, Dayo. Good afternoon.
All right, go on.
Yeah, my name is Ogundo, and I'm calling you from Roboko. I know you will want to say that you are blessed already, but I want to say God will bless you more. Because, yes, God will bless you more. Because I have been able to talk with some of the youths, some persons who have said in their hearts that they will never. And I told them something. For example, if you are going to look for a job, and you send your CV to a particular firm or company, and at the end of the day it fails, does that mean you will not go and look for a job again? Dayo, God will bless you. And I want to urge as many that are listening to you, this is a time for us to tell somebody that this Saturday will determine the future of our own unborn children the next 4, if not possibly 8 years' time coming. Thank you very much, and God bless you.
You're welcome. And by the way, I don't think a person can ever get too many blessings or too much blessings, So, yeah. Thank you, and an amen to that also. A hard fact to welcome. Go ahead. 91.3. Hello.
Hello.
All right, go ahead.
Good afternoon, Diane.
Hello.
All right, I just promise to promote. This Saturday, I think it is a day defined with the laws. I think the process has started during the presidential election, and we have seen it all. And it will continue in that trend by the grace of God this Saturday. There is nowhere we don't have no place, no country, no state in this Nigeria that don't have cases like this when it comes to election. But I believe by the grace of God, this one will be a better one. We are praying for better election days and years. So this one will be better than the last one. This one that is coming will be better than this one. That is our prayer.
All right, that's a good prayer. Hard fact to welcome. Please go on.
Hello. Good afternoon. This is Joshua.
Hi, Joshua. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm actually calling from Bonny Island.
You're welcome.
I think the issue of people talking about political enlightenment is like a child actually living in a house whereby the parents are actually having issues, and you decide not to be aware of it, and you see your father and your mother maybe trying to be of a benefit to those who are outside the home, and you bear the name of this mom and of this dad, and you're trying to act the outsider to tell you what's actually going on. I think what I have to tell the Rivers people is to ensure to go out and make a statement on Saturday and make sure to vote, because that's what is going to really tell what you want. You have to go out and vote. And there's no other enlightenment. You and the family know what's going on. You know what you ought to do.
Exactly.
Thank you very much.
Very welcome. Yeah. I mean, it really, and don't mind that I keep using that term, enlightenment. It really does sound bizarre to me. I mean, what enlightenment? Enlightenment in itself is a good thing. I'm just saying, in the context in which it is being used, it's been bandied about. It makes me wonder, what enlightenment do you need exactly? What enlightenment? What exactly is the nature of this enlightenment that you are looking for? Say, in the enlightenment. Hard fact to welcome, please go on.
Good afternoon, Dayo.
Yeah, hi, go ahead.
Alozie King, I'm calling from Oma. Dayo, the political illiterate, I want to point out this. I will appreciate you for the good work you are doing. If you see the number of total accredited voters in the last general election and the total number of estimated population we have in Nigeria, you will see that over 80% of Nigerians need this education you are giving to us for this past day. It's unfortunate that so many Nigerians who sit in their house do not know that they are the one who continue to elect these wrong leaders on every year of election. It is a sad situation. I believe very strongly that if the total population which people will have in Nigeria will come out on every election occasion to vote, electing wrong people will be the thing of the past. I am going to vote on Saturday because I believe that whosoever I'm going to elect on Saturday, his input will affect what I will purchase in the market. His input will affect the tariff plan we have, the fuel. Look at a liter of fuel now is sold for 280 naira. The person I'm going to elect as my governor here in Rivers State will determine where the future of our educational sector, the public health sector, what it will look like in the 4 years. River State people and my fellow Nigerians should have this education and should have these things in their mindset. The people who were led directly affect us. That's why we deem it so necessary to vote on Saturday.
Absolutely. Very important. Very important. You have to vote on Saturday. You have to go out there on Saturday. You have to cast your votes. You have to, and maybe if you vote sensibly and if you vote wisely, maybe for the first time in your life, maybe you will finally find that enlightenment that you claim you have been looking for. Hello, you're welcome.
Hello?
Hi.
Dayo, good afternoon.
Yeah, go ahead.
Dayo, unfortunately, I'm not going to vote, but I'm going to work as an adult staff.
Oh, okay.
And I want to encourage the people that will be coming out. Because last election, it was 4-4. Number of people we have on the list is 850. At the end of the day, what we got was 250. So the total was 4-4. So I want to encourage people of Ward 5, Unit 9 of this Paga to please try and put the past behind. Allow the party challenge those things in court and let them come out and let us put the machine into practice. Because last time the total was 4-4, Dayo. Please, I'm pleading with Ward 5, Unit 9 to come out to vote. And Dayo, please, one more thing,
Yes. What's that?
You have made me to love Thomas Rep and Bless. I play that song almost every day. I'm telling you, Dayo, I miss you so much while you are away. Welcome back.
Good to hear from you. Thank you very much. Let's see. Got some more messages over here. I will go out and vote on Saturday and will urge every other adult Nigerian to go out and vote and believe our votes will count. But Dio, I'm also concerned about those who will be counting the votes. Please, for once, Nigerians don't behave like most Nigerians, do the right thing. Okay. Hello, hot to welcome, please go on.
Hello there.
Hello, go ahead.
Yeah, the challenge is that people's votes sometimes do not count, and this can lead to apathy sometimes. I have not been voting. This is just my very first time of voting that last 3 weeks or 2 weeks ago, and I didn't like the turnout.
Are you going to vote this Saturday? Are you going to vote this Saturday? Once again, I'm asking you a question. I'm certain that you can hear me. Are you going to vote this Saturday? For the last time, are you going to vote this Saturday? Since you're not listening to me, I'm going to have to end the call. He's not listening to me, and I'm very certain he can hear my question. I don't want to. I'm not. I mean, the conditions you're calling in this for this conversation have been clearly spelled out. Those who understand the need to vote in this election this weekend, those who understand the imperativeness of it, who understand the importance of it, who get how crucial it is, are the ones who should call in. You know, if you think it's a bad idea, you want to stay home, which is also your prerogative, by the way. But this conversation is not for you. You know, you might consider it unfair, I don't know, but it's not for you nonetheless. Hello, you're welcome, 90.3, please go on.
Hello?
Hi, go ahead.
Good evening.
You're welcome, go ahead.
Okay. I'm calling to contribute on this election issue, asking if people will vote and if they will not vote.
No, I'm not asking if people will vote or if they will not vote. I'm asking those who have decided they are going to vote to call in and then explain why they are going to vote. I'm not asking you if you will vote or not. No.
All right, then. That means I didn't get the question.
Okay, as does happen every now and then. Hello, you're welcome. Please go ahead.
Hello.
Hi, go ahead.
Good afternoon. This is Patrick calling from LMA.
Go ahead, please.
Yeah, I'm going to vote on Saturday, and I want to encourage as many that were displeased in the last election because of what transpired for several reasons. Because I remember when I was growing up, there is this my younger sister that whenever she's offended when we're about to eat, she will get angry and she will not eat. I and my elder brother, whenever we want to eat, we just play with her. She will get angry jokingly, you know. So what I'm trying to say in essence is this. These people has made that event to happen in a way for voters to be angry, not to come out, for them to have their way. So let people not be discouraged. The signs we had outside was that we can do it. For as many that were discouraged, please, it's a time for you to go over again. Our vote will count. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. The votes count. Votes always count. Maybe there are some irregularities, maybe there are some exceptions, but the fact is that the votes always count. And maybe just a slight, maybe I'll give about a minute to those who are looking for enlightenment. Why do they suddenly become your friends during the election season? Why do they suddenly become, part of the masses? Why do they go about carrying naked babies? Why do they go about eating corn and plaiting women's hair in salons? Why do they go about doing that if your votes did not count? Just ponder that for a bit. 91.3, you're welcome. Please go on.
Hello?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm Justice Amadi.
Go ahead.
Calling you from Igruta.
Go ahead, please.
I want to comment on the arrest of the APC.
That matter is not being discussed at this time. Much later on it will. Well, this is on Friday. If I don't vote, my conscience will blame me for any bad government for the next 4 years. The truth is our votes count. They know this, and that's why they want to buy our votes. If we don't vote, it makes it easy for them to rig it properly. If you come out and vote, they will not see ballot papers to play around with to vote. There are a certain number of registered voters in a particular unit. If we have about 400 registered voters in a unit and only 200 come out to vote, the remaining 200 will count for them. I'm going to vote because I want to effect the change I want to see. I'm also going to be a polling unit agent that day. That's from Kachi. All right, good to hear from you, Kachi. My enlightenment to Rivers people is to take this Saturday's election with all amount of seriousness, as our lives depend on it, by coming out more than ever before to come out and not only to vote but defend our vote and ensure that they're counted as provided by the law. We can do that. The Wakirike women did it in 2019 by standing up against the military. As we speak, the only industry in Rivers State is young men wielding sticks at every bus stop. Our primary and secondary schools are dilapidated without teachers. Okay, this sounds like a campaign for or against, as you may see, But this is from Leko Bene, by the way. I need to state, as I stated in previous days since Monday, this conversation is not an attempt, or should not be seen as an attempt to campaign for or against a candidate or a party. Simply stating that you are going to be a part of the elections and why you are going to be a part of that is good enough for me. But subtly throwing in some campaign material will not be allowed. But after the last election, I went to my polling unit. I was accredited, but I didn't vote. This election, I will go there by 5 a.m. in order for me to vote. You do that. Do that. If you have to be there 5 a.m. If you can make it work, why not? Go ahead and do that. And by the way, to those who are looking for enlightenment, I hope you are receiving a schooling. I hope you have been taking notes from the free tutorials that you have been afforded on Hard Facts brought to you by Nigeria Info. I hope you've been taking notes. All right. Commercial break. I'll return shortly. Please stay with us. Okay, Matt, we've got about 4 minutes to go before 4 o'clock. Discussions are on. Still to get your responses from the educated members of the GPRS. Hopefully, they can help those who are seeking enlightenment get an education first, and hopefully they can get enlightened afterwards. But for now, why are you going to be a part of these elections? You're going to be a part of it, you know already. Colin, tell me that, and why? 070-093-093. Maybe I can take another call and then some messages. Hello, you're welcome. Please go on.
Yeah, good afternoon, Dayo.
Hi, go ahead.
Yeah, different man calling from Port Harcourt. You see, I want to appreciate you for this wonderful. I think that the worst service that anybody can do to himself and to his country is the refusal to vote when you're up to the age of vision, and in different instances, disappointed us, they have failed us, have not met up with our expectations. But that is not an enough reason why any sane adults will decide that they are not going to vote. You see, it's like a situation where you find yourself in a very, very deep pit and you try to come out. You struggle and get to the point where you thought you were out and all of a sudden you fall back. If you are actually interested in coming out of that pit, you will not sit down and fold your hand. You try again. It's very obvious that what happened on the 25th of February is something that none of us felt dissatisfied with. But do we express our dissatisfaction by staying at home? No. We express our dissatisfaction by voting against those that we think they are actually the masterminds of these things. So I call on Rivers people not to sit at home. If you are up to the age of voting and you have your voter's card, please don't allow this people to continue perpetuating this evil. Go out and vote. And seriously, our vote will count. Look at what the governors are doing.
Good to hear from me.
You should appeal to, you should make you understand that actually this vote counts.
Great to hear from you, sir. But sorry, I do have to move it along. I have this segment ends in a moment. Good afternoon, Dio. I'll be voting this Saturday, come rain or shine, because my future depends on it. That's from Abel. Dio, that you were robbed on your way to work does not mean you won't go to work again. People who decide not to vote again simply lack understanding. For me, I will vote, not for anything else, but because it's part of what I owe my country as a civic responsibility. Every technology or infrastructure will be reduced to the character of the users. INEC should do what they promised us. I will still vote because I have hope. That's from Umar. Michael Ibugbayo goes, I want to be part of it because INEC would like to redeem its image by making BVAS work well this time. I'm happy a lot of people have been healed psychologically by the 1 week postponement of these elections, and they are all ready to bounce back for the last fight for their common destiny. That's it. Go and vote on Saturday. And once again, for those of you who have been looking for enlightenment for I don't know how long you've been looking for, but I hope you got something today. I hope you got an education, because it was schooled just now by other members of the masses, just like yourself. But I hope you got some, and I hope you took some notes once again. Remember to read these notes, revise, study them, and hopefully you will be a part of the elections this Saturday. Well, that's it. We got business news coming up top of the hour at 4 p.m. The census has been postponed. Stick around.
Nigeria Info. Nigeria. I'm listening.
Politics, business, lifestyle, economy,